Hey, what's up you all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to talk about HCMC in this video. OTC traded stock, Healthier Choices Management Corp. It is down 9.09% in today's trading session. I got a lot of questions from the subscribers, from the viewers in regards to why HCMC is trading sideways, why it is dipping, what we should think about it, what are some of the reasons as to why it is going downwards at the moment, what we should keep in mind, short-term catalyst, and what is up for HCMC in upcoming future. So I'm going to talk about all that kind of juicy stuff. I've done more research and analysis, and I'll share it with you. Now, if you haven't clicked the like button yet, I would ask you to click the like button down below so this video can reach to more and more people. I put in a lot of efforts and energy into sharing this information with you on the top of my research and analysis. So subscribe to my channel as well for time sensitive updates. We have been talking about a lot of cryptocurrency related stuff as well. If you haven't checked out my bonfire video, I would recommend, highly recommend, check that out. There's an upcoming big catalyst very soon, just tomorrow. So very helpful information. So like, share, and subscribe. Now without further delay, let's talk about HCMC. The stock is down 9%, and I want to talk about why HCMC was down today. There are 4 reasons, and I want to break it down step by step. The first one is, and by the way, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence and analysis. I'm just sharing what I think are the reasons and why HCMC was down. The first one is the market was sideways. The second one is the result expectations. HCMC has declared the result just yesterday, and there was some sentiment around it as well, and there were higher expectations, to be honest. Third thing is the rights offering that is coming up. Very crucial dates that are coming up, key dates that are coming up. And the fourth thing is a short volume, which is causing the dip that we are seeing in HCMC. The stock price is at 0.0015. If you take a look, it started with 0.0017, gradually went to 16 level, went to 14 and 15 level. Quite honestly, it made a newer low today, 0.0014, and it was trading kind of in a bar coding pattern. And if you take a look at for 5 days, the stock is down 28.57%. And there was an HCMC day earlier this month. The stock was all the way up to 0.0035, and now it is cut in half. So which is kind of a concern. I can understand that, because we are looking at 50% dip from, or more than 50% dip at this price point from all the way high it went just before a couple of days. One of the reason there is the whole market was down. Take a look. Dow Jones was down 1.36%, S&P was down 0.90%, and Nasdaq was down almost 0.1% as well. So it was not just HCMC. If you take a look at the volume for HCMC, it was 4.18 billion. It is OTC traded stock. However, we have seen even higher volume in the past, up to 10 to 15 billion just before a few days. But there was an impact of that HCMC day that people were pushing. The community was after it. There was a social trend about HCMC. For all those reasons, we were seeing higher volume. Now, when you have higher volume, it helps them penny stocks or micro cap stocks like HCMC. So as we see a higher volume, the stock will tend to go higher. On the top of that, they have the rights offering coming up, which is one of the reasons as well, which is perceived somewhat as a stock dilution for common stockholder. But what the company is doing is trying to raise $100 million in capital if it is filled out 100%. On the top of that, they're limiting this for their existing shareholders. So on the cutoff date, on the key date, which is May 14th, 2021, that is Saturday, that is Friday, and considering T+2 settlement day timing, the company is advising the record date of May 18th, 2021. So whoever is the shareholders on the record date, May 18, 2021, will get 25% discount on this right offering that the company is offering. Now, so that is also one of the key event that is coming up. On the top of that, the announcement on their Q1 earning has been perceived a little bit negatively, in my opinion, because their revenue is 3.5 million, which is down 15% compared to the same period last year. So compared to Q1 2020, the revenue is down 15%. The revenue in Q1 20 2020 was 4 million, and right now, and the company has shared more context, that was because of the pandemic that we were seeing, and their grocery store had a higher volume, and which is why they had higher revenue in 2020 Q1. Right now their volume is 3.5 million. In my opinion, if you take a look in Q4 2020, the revenue was 3 million, so they are still doing better compared to Q4. Their revenue is $250,000 higher. Their net income in Q4 2020 was close to 1 million negative. Right now their net income, or the operating loss, is $696,000, which is, they have controlled their operations approximately, and it is a decline of 1% compared to prior year as well. Their operating expense was approximately 2 million for the 3 months that is ending in March 31st, 2021, which is a decrease of 15%. So all in all, in my opinion, yes, the revenue, because the company had a lot of promotion, they had opened up the vitamin store, they were focusing a lot more on their online revenue channels as well. That's why the people and the community around was expecting even higher revenue and even higher profitability. But we will be able to see all their efforts and initiatives in Q2 earning, because most of the efforts were started at mid Q1 or around the end of Q1, including their vitamin store. So we'll hopefully able to see more and more revenue in upcoming quarters. Time will say. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just suggesting what I researched. On the top of that, we were able to see that HCMC stock had made lower low today. Take a look right now. We started with around 20 level, that was the low, went to 18, 19, and it was trading around 18 to 19 levels. But today we saw another low of 0.0014, but the closing price was 0.0015, which was also once again a lower price, starting from 24, 22, 21, 20, 16, and 15. So definitely the stock is dipping at the moment, but there are some upcoming big catalysts in the short term that we should keep in mind. One of the things that I also want to mention is the short volume. If you take a look at the short volume, and this is the data from yesterday, this data suggests that the short volume spiked up as of May 10th, 1.4 billion, which is a massive short volume. We definitely saw the short volume of 2.8 billion, but since then the short volume was going down and down because of the earning that was supposed to be announced. And as you see, the short volume was 984 million, that spiked up just yesterday once again to 1.4 billion. I do not have the data for today, and I'll keep you posted as to when I get this data, but we are expecting even higher short volume today. So these are some of the reasons as to why we saw the dip, or why we are seeing the dip at the moment. Now, in terms of the upcoming catalysts, there are 3 upcoming catalysts in my honest opinion as to where the HCMC stock can go. The first one is the right offering date. The key date that the HCMC has announced is the 18th of May with the record date. So you want to keep in mind that there might be some variation and the fluctuation or volatility into the price point. We will see, the time will say, but the May 14th is the record date for shareholders. They're advised to buy the stock or own the stock by that time to consider the T+2 settlement day period. The record date is May 18th, 2021, and which is going to be a key date for the shareholders who wants to get 25% discount on this right offering that the company is planning for. On the top of that, the company is planning to raise $100 million if the rights fill out 100% by the common shareholders. They made this rights offering limited to the owners and the existing shareholders at the moment. On the top of that, there is a judge's ruling coming up in the short term. I do not really know the date based on my analysis, but there is a motion to dismiss that is filed by Philip Morris in regards to the infringement lawsuit that the HCMC has filed against Philip Morris. Now, Philip Morris is using their IQOS product, and the patent infringement that has been filed by HCMC. IQOS, they have spent, Philip Morris has spent more than $3 billion, and they have millions and millions of daily users. So Philip Morris cannot really afford to take the product back out of the market. On the top of that, if there is a judgment from or the verdict from the judge is to move ahead and get the lawsuit on trial, which means the motion to dismiss that is filed by Philip Morris is disapproved or rejected. That means both HCMC and Philip Morris will have to be ready for the trial in the court. That opens up a lot more doors for HCMC to get onto the table and talk about some potential settlement, potential lump sum settlement in general, or the royalty deal in regards to the IQOS product, where the patent infringement is happening based on what HCMC is claiming. That will be one of the big catalysts as to when we may be able to see the price shoot up in no time, and which is one of the big catalysts, and a lot of people are looking into it because there are some massive number. Maybe I heard some numbers from the grapevine around $1 billion. It could be around $1 billion as well. Looking at how HCMC's overall market cap, as you can see right here, it's $510 million. So when you think about 1 billion, it is double than their overall market cap. So it is a very significant number for HCMC that can help the price shoot up to all-time high. Looking at this chart, if you can take a look, it was trading in mostly barcoding pattern, as you can see right here, and it went down to 0.0015 along with the market. For 1 day, their RSI is 54, which is not an overbought and not an oversold condition. And MACD also looks pretty healthy because the MACD, the red, is above the orange, which suggests once again a healthy sign for the stock price in the upcoming near future. This is for 5 day, and for 1 day it is pretty similar as well. I reviewed that 53, and same for MACD. In general, if you think about what was the highest price point for HCMC, it was 0.0065, as you can see just right here. And since then, it went down with the market sell-off, and it is now started going up, including the HCMC day. It was 0.0035. Since then, we saw a massive sell-off, and the price came down to 0.0015. So all in all, I wanted to say there are three big catalysts, or three potential good catalysts for HCMC. The first one is you want to think about how the rights offering are filling out and what the company is announcing in terms of the price point. We may see some variations and fluctuation for HCMC price point based on that by Friday and or next Monday. The second thing is the ruling from the judge on the motion to dismiss that is filed by Philip Morris. If that is getting disapproved, that's a great news for HCMC, and the case will, or the lawsuit will move forward, and we will be able to see the price movement in the positive direction, because HCMC will have more levers to discuss in more detail about the lump sum settlement or some sort of royalty deal with Philip Morris. And the third thing, you want to watch out for the short volume and the short sellers. I will make sure I keep you posted. I hope you like this video. If you haven't clicked the like button, click the like button so that we can share this information with more and more people, the HCMC army and the community. And subscribe to my channel for timely updates. If you haven't checked my video for Bonfire, I would highly recommend you check that out as well. Thanks guys for your support. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.